For the 100th anniversary celebration, we decided that we would focus on Alberta artists. We've been here for 100 years, and really the AGA has been built with the support of artists from Alberta. So in doing so, we wanted to feature Alberta artists. But we also wanted to share that an important part of the history of the AGA is our collection. So together, myself and our curatorial team, we developed a series of exhibitions that focus on the AGA's collections, and then from that, artworks by Alberta artists in the collections. We developed the exhibitions thematically to look at the different themes and concerns and interests of Alberta artists over time. And we came to know that landscape and the land are of vital importance to Alberta artists, and I think to the community. So we did 2 exhibitions that kind of look at landscape and land, and we called them acts. So we've got AGA Act 1, Act 2, which are currently open at the AGA, and then Act 3 will be opening in January of 2025. And then we have a 4th act, which will actually be happening in Calgary at the Illingworth Art Gallery at the Alberta University for the Arts. So we really approached our anniversary about celebrating art in Alberta. When we think of cultural institutions around the world, 100 years seems very, very young, but it's really important to us that we were one of the earliest cultural institutions in Alberta, and that we were quickly followed by many others, the Edmonton Symphony, the Banff Centre. And I think that we really kind of created what we know of today as the Alberta Cultural Organizations, the steadfast institutions that are here to document and share our province's cultural history. When the AGA was founded in 1924, it was at a time of kind of social complexity in our province. Many things were happening that kind of challenged society, and there was a group of people that came together to say that art and an art museum was a place that was needed for the public, for education purposes, but also as a place to bring community together and to understand the world. And I think we will always play that role. So I think of how we will approach the future is to be open to everybody, to be a place where people come to find respite, but also find answers maybe to complex questions. And I think that we want to be a community hub for those conversations and those dialogues and kind of lead innovation, transformation, because that's what artists do and that's what the AGA does in turn. I think one of the things I'm most proud of is how many Alberta artists we've been able to feature and how many Alberta artists we've kind of shared with audiences across the country. We've been able to support thousands of artists over 100 years, and to know that that kind of creativity and that creative output has been valued and represented and is part of our cultural history, I think is also an important part of the AGA's legacy. As part of these exhibitions, we've featured the AGA collection, and what's also interesting is that some works in the collection actually came to us as donations from the Alberta Foundation for the Arts. So there are 9 of these works that are kind of spread throughout the 4 AGA anniversary exhibitions, and they'll be featured here in Edmonton, but also in the exhibition in Calgary. The AGA's collection started in 1925, so just 1 year after the founding of the Art Gallery in 1924. And the AGA collection really documents 100 years of history and even before then. But what's really fascinating is how artworks communicate history. They document people, they document places and events, but they also document how we see the world and what things concern us. And so in some of the exhibitions that we've created for the anniversary, you'll see that the interest in landscape has kind of changed to an interest in the environment. A similar concern, but just a different kind of conceptual approach. So what's really important is the collection is not just a collection of objects per se, but it's a collection of visions and thoughts and concepts that really help us understand not just the past, but actually how we see the present. My vision for the gallery is that we have an art gallery that's really connected to the community, that it's a place where people come when they want a little bit of escape from the world, where they want to learn something, where they want to connect with friends and colleagues and family, so that we're really a place that's about art and creativity and innovation, but also a place where the community feels welcome and comfortable, and that they learn how art making is a kind of ever dynamic and changing process, and that it helps them understand the world in which they live in. The AGA is a responsive organization. I think art museums and public art galleries need to be responsive to artists, but also responsive to what interests the community. And I think that as we go forward into the future, we will always respond to the changes in art making practices. Now our art exhibitions and programs incorporate video and technologies and AI and all sorts of things that obviously would not have been an issue maybe 40 years ago or more. So our collection has changed, our exhibitions have changed based on how the world changes, technology changes, what artists make changes, and I think that will always continue to be the case, because in order to stay relevant, we have to be connected to what's actually happening in society as society changes. The AGA is about exhibitions. People come to the AGA to see changing exhibitions. But in addition to that, the AGA is about education. The AGA is about community building. The AGA is about innovation, creativity, conversation. And the AGA is also about the preservation of history. So I think that in one institution, we have so many different things happening. And I think that that's what makes the AGA the dynamic kind of cultural organization that it is.